Hello. It's probably better if you just listen to this video. Sorry it's late, by the way. I try to make a video around every 10 days after the last video. This one's probably 20 days after the last video. I was wrestling with death. So there's that. Anyway, today I am going to obviously be telling you about another shifting experience. This time, though, I went to BNHA/MHA/ My Hero Academia. On accident twice, and then it was like half accident the third time. So, for those of you that don't know, which is all of you, pretty much, I like writing fan fiction. I have exactly one story rolling. No, I will not link it. I don't want my face attached to it. Anyway, so I sometimes make fan or OC characters to put into these fandoms and stuff, and sometimes I will think of fan fiction for it, or I will actually write it out, right? Before I get into my story, I will be trying. I finally found Blackwater. I know it's not popular anymore, but it was very fascinating, very in my aesthetic. Or black more than water, whatever. Look. Yeah, I found it in a bottle, and I'm gonna try it. This thing is black. Like, the bottle isn't black. It's like, that's literally just the liquid. Like, you see that? That little piece at the top, that's the plastic. The plastic is clear. The liquid is this dark. I'm scared to try it because I've heard nothing but bad things about it. But we're gonna try that today. Anyway, so the first time I shifted to My Hero Academia, I was just thinking about my character, Rin, right? She is not exchange student, she's a transfer. Yeah, she is a transfer. And so what happened was I was walking down the halls all of a sudden of UA, and so I was walking down the halls of UA, and sorry, I decided I wanted to do my nails also. I get to the front of the class, and I'm just standing outside. Okay, not to the front of the class. I get to the front door to enter the classroom, right? And I'm just standing outside, and I'm like, in the back of my head, if you've watched my... Oh, I closed it. My bad. I was watching something. If you watched my other shifting story, the one... I think it's my first one, my first shifting stories. When I shift, it's like I am half whatever character is the easiest way to call it. And like, so mentally I know what I'm doing, but in the very back of my brain I'm like, what the heck is going on? What is happening here? So... Alright, it's like kind of hot in here. Anyway, so I was like, why am I standing in front of a classroom, right? And then I hear Aizawa, and he's like, you can come in now. And I like was still spacing out, right? But then my brain was like, oh snap, wait, we're supposed to go in. So I step inside, everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, hello. But Rin is actually a very cool character, right? So on the inside, I'm like, on the outside, I'm just like, very calm, cool, collected character. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on, right? So, Aizawa says something about introducing myself, and I was just like, I'm Rin. and I'll be in your class. Something like that. It was something like super like cool character-esque. And then he was like, all right, you can sit in that seat. Points to the seat far corner, right? Far corner seat. From what I assume is by the window. I don't remember what the classroom looks like in the anime, but there was just this big window. And so I went to go sit in that seat, which I believe is behind Midoriya. I could be wrong. So I know there are a lot of like shifters that are like, you need to study the layout of where the place you're trying to go to. I don't do that. I really don't do that. My brain will develop its own idea of what it looks like whenever I look back on the memory. So it doesn't really matter to study because it looks like this and I associate it this with that, if that makes sense. And I sat down and like class started and then I was out of there. Because I was like, okay, what happened, right? It was an accident. The second time, also an accident. These 2 times were really short, and the third one was like a half try, so it was longer. Second time, I was just thinking about my character, and then I was sitting on the front steps of the dorm with Midoriya, and the sun was setting and we were talking about something. We were just like, you know what, Midoriya, you're pretty cool, or something like that. I forgot exactly what I said. And he was just like looking at me and I was like looking at him and I was like, this is a nice sunset. And it was just like that was the scene. It was weird. I think I actually ended up standing up and saying something to him, but I don't exactly remember. And then the third time, though, that's the longer time. I woke up in my dorm room, or Rin's dorm room, right? Everything looks exactly like I thought it would. And I was just like, okay. And so I got up out of bed. I don't know if we had class or something. Got up out of bed, and I was like, huh. Because I turned and there's immediately a mirror. I was like, oh wow. And I looked exactly like how I thought Rin would look. And I was like, huh. Okay. Alright. Go to the closet, pick out clothes. I was literally like so in character that I didn't even think, wow. I'm here. Like, it's really happening now. I was just like, oh, I think I'll wear this and this and this. Which was, if you're curious, a yellow hoodie. Like a big yellow hoodie. Blue shorts, like denim shorts that go down to my knees, and blue high top Converse with a white t-shirt underneath the hoodie. Why? I don't know. Would I wear that? I'm not sure, but would Rin? Most likely, yeah. So then she or I get dressed, right? As soon as we get dressed, and like, I don't even know if we did our hair or something like that. And there's a knock at the door, right? But it's like a knock, like open your door. And I hear shouting, right, in the hallway. Like, come on, you always sleep in, something like that. And here's what threw me. Absolutely threw me, right? It's Bakugo. Is banging on my door, and like, the back of my brain was like, is that Bakugo? Is he yelling at me right now? And DR me was totally chill. I'm like, okay, yeah, like whatever, like I'm coming. Opens the door, essentially gets dragged to the elevator. I believe there's an elevator, right? And I was like, no, I don't want to take the elevator, let's take the stairs. And Bakugo was like, no, you're already late, like, we're taking the elevator. And I was like, fine. And I was like, I'm not even that late. Like, you know, I always sleep in. Like, I'm not even that late. And, he was saying something. Apparently we're friends. Like, close friends. Close enough friends for him to come up to my room and drag me out. Like, that. I don't know how that happened. I didn't even plan that out when I was thinking about my, my character's relationships to the other people in the universe. And, we get downstairs, right? We get to the kitchen. I guess I was late for breakfast. And, everybody's already there. I get in line, I grab a plate and I get in line, right? And Kirishima's right in front of me. And so Bakugo, he's like, the food's on the table. Right? So I turn. Sure enough, there's like a bunch of food on the dining table. And I was like, well, what am I in line for? And Bakugo was like, that, I don't know, like, why are you in line? And so then I turned to Kirishima, because, like, I feel like Bakugo got what I was trying to say. And, and he was just being, like, smart or something, right? So I turned to Kirishima, I was like, what is this line for? He's like, the toaster. And I was like, well, I'm already in line, and I do want toast. So I'm, like, considering staying in line to get the toast, or going to get the rest of the food. And so Bakugo's like, go get food before it's gone, or it gets cold. I was like, still considering, like, but I'm here for, like, I do want toast. Like, toast does sound really good. He's like, I'll get the toast. Go get the rest of your food. So then I'm like, okay. And so then I go around, and I'm, like, walking to the table, and I was like, remember, no, I didn't even say remember. I said strawberry jam with, and then he cut me off, and he's like, butter on one side. I was like, yeah. You remembered. And then I, like, walked to the table, got the rest of my food, and sat down. I ended up sitting next to Midoriya. And, so apparently, DR/Rin is really close with Midoriya and Bakugo, right? Because I called Midoriya, Mito. Yeah, because, like, Midoriya is very long. I like to shorten names, because, I mean, they're just too many syllables. So I called him Mito. And, Bakugo comes, he gives me my toast, and so I was talking to Midoriya, right? And he gives me my toast, and, sits down next to me. And I'm like, thank you, Kugo, which I guess is the short for his name. Kugo. Alright. And Midoriya is looking at me like, Kugo? Why you calling him Kugo? Like, I guess I hadn't spoken to Midoriya, or I hadn't seen him in a while, and he didn't know that me and Bakugo were close. I don't know. He looked surprised. A couple people across the table from me, but I don't remember exactly who it was, also seemed surprised. I just realized I didn't try this water, and my video's almost over. Yeah. And then I just ate my breakfast, and that was that. It was a little strange, but I really, okay. I was scared it wasn't gonna crack, and I was like, wow, I really can't try this, because I didn't open it, and I've had it with me the entire time, so it smells fine. I don't know what I expected it to smell like, but it smells fine, so. Well, that's my shifting story, if that's all you came for. I also think I'm gonna do a script with me, like, for the next video. I know I said I wasn't gonna do shifting content, but I literally have nothing else to do. Like, if I have other ideas, I will do them, but I have no other ideas. So yeah. Also, I'm probably gonna stop editing my videos for a little bit. Simply because, it's hard just to function right now. So, you're probably gonna get a lot more videos like this that are a bunch of nothing. Or not nothing, but just straight videos. No editing. Except for my intro thing. Yeah, now I'm gonna try this, so if you're leaving now, goodbye. And if you're sticking around to see me try this, thank you. It tastes fine. It does taste like dirt a little bit. It does kind of taste like dirt, just a little bit. Kind of tastes like soil. It does a little bit, just a little bit taste like soil. Like there's like if you have a cup of water and you sprinkle a little soil in there and you mixed it, that's kind of what it tastes like. But it's not bad. I heard it was gross. It's also warm. And you know, drinks actually, especially water, does taste different. Whether it's chilled, cold, or warm. Oh, and room temperature. It's kind of room temperature, I guess, but it tastes warm in my mouth. So the room is too warm for its room temperature. Anyway, yeah. That was me trying black water. I feel like I'm gonna put it in this thing I have here. I'm sure you've seen it already. Just to see what it looks like. And I might end up doing the script with me video today. So you might see me drink this more later. Or just in the next video. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I forgot my outro again. Oh, you will see me in the next one. Bye. Or not.